Okay, everyone, welcome to a way overdue
Just a
Fatshark stream. My name's Tom. You probably recognise me from the streams that we used to do a while ago, and we're going to be ramping these up now, hopefully more often than we have been doing. This is...
I'm Eric, QA guy, also known as Silver Fox on the different social media platforms that we use. You may or may not have seen me.
Yes. And I'm Eric with the superior K.
Superior K?
Yeah,
Two Erics, exactly.
You have the C and I have the K.
Okay, so today we are going to go through a few things. Later on, we will have Mats and Victor on after our little section, going through
Volume
Markus.
a bit low. Just can...
Going through Markus Kruber and his available careers in Vermintide 2. Some of you might have some ideas of what one of them might be, but I'm sure the other one is completely new to all of you. So that's going to be quite exciting, I think. But they'll be on after this. But first, we're going to go through a few things, namely a few community highlights, see what people have been up to in the community, as well as looking at a visit that we had recently to our studio by a few community members. And then finally, we'll have a quick rundown about how Jesper Kyd is working with us on Vermintide 2. So, without further ado, shall we go through some community highlights, show some work that people have been doing?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
But before that, I want to remind people that we actually have started doing the beta signups. But we haven't had that
yes, of course.
before even. So you can actually go to the website right now and just sign up.
Make sure you do it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
PlayStation,
It's gonna be good. It's
or
gonna be good.
Xbox and PC, all the good things. Yeah.
Nice.
So the first highlight we got is a tattoo. No other than you.
Aha.
Oh
Excellent,
yeah, I saw that on Reddit.
Yeah, so you may have seen this one posted on Reddit if you're visiting the Vermintide Reddit often, but we got this sent through. It's an awesome tattoo that shows a few things. The first obvious thing that's noticeable is the Vermintide logo right there in the center. But if you take a look a bit closer, you can see that there's one of the Wood Elf bows underneath this castle.
Carillion representing?
Exactly. And then the castle, I believe, is a castle. It's based on a castle in France, I think.
Castle Rouen?
Yeah.
From in Normandy, was it?
Cathedral? Like
cathedral, of course.
Yeah, Normandy, France, yeah.
And the first thing that I saw when I saw it was a chandelier, because if I was to get a tattoo, I think a chandelier is perfectly fitting.
Right.
It's what everyone recognises with Vermintide, I'm sure.
It was all the dangly bits.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a little bit fancier though than the chandelier in Vermintide, I think.
Don't sell our chandelier
Okay,
short.
right,
we have
okay,
some
okay,
fans
okay.
of the
All right,
chandelier,
all
I'm
right,
sure.
sure.
And also she designed it herself and had
of course, yeah.
Tattooed by a friend.
Well done.
Nice.
Nice collaborative effort.
Yeah,
there.
absolutely. It looks really cool.
Yeah.
Really cool.
People went completely crazy when we showed it at the office. So
Exactly.
pretty good.
Mm?
Pretty amazingly good.
Yeah.
And then...
So we'll actually have to, I think we'll have to fix the volume.
Okay,
So
sure.
Let's see if you two can put it on.
There we go, better, bingo. Alright, perfect.
Let's move on, maybe.
Alright, so, yes, this tattoo is fantastic. Everyone in the office was absolutely adoring it. And speaking of things that we were adoring, I think the next one is coming up.
Oh yeah, that's right. We got that fancy lore book from user Nez Cheese as a birthday gift from his girlfriend. She created it by taking screenshots of all the lore pages in game and writing it into Word, and then using Photoshop to clean up the images and then printing them out. It's crazy.
Some huge dedication. It was the kind of thing that when I first saw it, I thought that they'd managed to sort of data mine the game, maybe take
drag
the
it out
images.
from the files or something.
Yeah, exactly. But then I realized that we generate the text and stuff in game, so they're not images. So all of this was absolutely handcrafted. They went into the game. I think she took screenshots, like you said, of every single page. Rewrote all of the text as well, and then photoshopped a load of images in as well.
It's
mind-boggling. Crazy amount of effort, but it looks really cool, and it made me want one.
I kind of want several of
exactly.
them.
Yeah, I think when we posted this in our company Slack channel, everyone was getting on board the hype train on that one and really wanting a copy of it. Because,
bring us real lore books, please.
Yeah, and it's complete as well, which is kind of, I don't know if everyone, not many people probably have the lore book complete. So getting one of these copies and reading through everything, the pages that you're maybe missing in the game would be pretty nice. I think. I know I need to.
Look at it, all the images and everything. It's
yeah,
great.
exactly. It's really, really, really nice.
Awesome,
Cool.
Awesome.
And then I think we have some images sent in by Cedric Fornell as well.
Cedric Fornell, yeah, that's right. Actually, some of the early or earliest Vermintide 2 fan art we've got now.
Exactly. Hopefully more to come. If you're fancying sending some stuff in, then we're always excited to receive.
We're always watching.
Yeah, we're always excited to receive some fan art and things. But this one is a paint over, or like a digital painting of one of the screenshots that we did for. I think it was the reveal, or I think we posted it. Yeah, nice.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah,
Eric
you're
took the
so
screenshot.
great at screenshot. it's
Is that 4 trolls?
Yep.
Okay, that's not going to be an easy. That's not an easy combat. This is showing the gate into Ussingen. If you've seen our demo that we have made for show floors and things, then you might have seen this part, which leads into the town that's kind of been burnt up by the chaos. Really, really kind of moody shot, especially kind of
very ominous.
Yeah, exactly. And crows, and then this is the screenshot that was taken of in-game. All these screenshots
definitely
taken in-game.
One of my favorite locations.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very haunting going through this gate and like the aftermath on the other side, and yeah, it's very, very cool.
And now we got something more.
This is like a remake of, I guess, an old Vermintide.
Oh, remake of an old Vermintide screenshot, is it?
Or like a concept art.
Oh, okay, nice.
Very cool.
I like this one a lot. The
Look
guards
at the little rat.
yeah, caught one Skaven, slightly.
We're getting there.
Yeah, getting there. One down.
Just several millions
to
go.
Okay, awesome. So yeah, as I said, if you have anything that you want to show off on our streams, or you just want to show to us at the office, then please send it in. We're always welcome to accept some art, or like the lore book project, or anything like that. Like, it doesn't have to be drawn or anything. Just anything that you feel demonstrates your passion for the game and makes you. You know, if it's got some effort gone into it, some love, then we'll gladly show it on stream.
I mean, because we're just scouring the social media sites, and from the Reddit, stream forums, and Discord, or wherever you find us. I mean, we're watching, and we're probably gonna save them to disc and show them around the office, and everyone goes crazy about them. So
exactly.
Please keep up the good work.
So more community stuff next. We very recently, it was last week or the week before, I think.
It was last week.
Last week, yeah. We had 4 members, 4 well-known, perhaps, among the community.
Might have seen some of these guys on stream.
Absolutely.
Some maybe.
They came and visited the office here in Stockholm, and they got to play Vermintide 2. And I think they spent a lot of time playing the game.
Yeah,
and
they were here for 3 days after visiting the office.
Exactly.
And they got to play Vermintide 2 for... The first day was like straight
it was whole
12
day, right?
They were going to play for like 8-ish hours. They kept playing for 12 hours plus because, So
I think
we stayed for a while and just seeing how they felt about the game, like the first impressions for 12 hours, and just moving on.
Hey, if you want a first impression, you need a good lengthy playthrough.
Right, really solid first impression.
Exactly. So they played the game. First day was straight playing the game, and on the second and third days, they sat down and had meetings with various people in the office. I think the majority of people in the office got to introduce themselves to them, say hello. If you don't recognize these people, we should probably introduce them.
That'd be good. So the guys you've probably seen on Reddit, on Twitch or whatever, they're called JSAT, again Pyromancer, Crindy, also known as A8B Miles on Reddit, if I remember correctly,
Yeah.
and Sneaky Panda, of course. So just hit them up on YouTube and Twitch or on Reddit.
Yeah, they're regularly doing like Vermintide 1 streams and like really trying to push the game as much as possible. So we thought that that'd be great to invite here, get them to really try Vermintide 2, see if it's what they are hoping for in the game, and I think
That's a really solid feedback as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
directly to the
absolutely.
teams.
I really think that they enjoyed themselves.
Yeah,
What do you reckon?
very much seems like it.
Yeah.
They were having a lot of fun, a lot of shouting. A lot of shouting, and yeah, it was
Good shouting though,
yeah,
right?
good shouting. Yeah, they were having a blast, and so were we watching. So
Yeah, there was plenty of people there behind them, like watching them play, trying to get their feedback and things, and
like no pressure, having
Yeah,
like
exactly.
8 people watching you guys play.
get the devs behind you, watching your every move.
It was
But
Really
they've I think we probably can't do it as much justice as they can. So if you really want to hear from their perspective how their visit went, I know that Sneaky Panda and JSAT have put videos up on. One
see
thing
how
to
the rest
note
chat reacts.
is that since the last time we were doing our streams, we've changed our streaming setup.
As you might have noticed.
As you might have noticed, it's a little bit clunky. We're getting there, you know. We're going to be ramping these streams up in the future, so hopefully this is a good tester for the new ones to come.
Yep.
So where were we? Yes, talking about the community visit. So yeah, if you fancy checking out their videos that they've done, I really recommend that you do. They go really into depth on everything that they're allowed to say. They pretty much cover it all. Obviously they're under NDA, they played through the game and we didn't hide anything from them, so...
And they also talk about us going out drinking until 4 a.m. in the morning, just talking Vermintide.
That was
good
you,
fun.
right?
It wasn't... maybe. It was not only me, I was not the sole guy.
No, there was a bunch of people from the office that went out drinking with them on, and you can tell, I think, I saw JSAT's Day 2 video that he recorded on the second day, and he looked a lot more hungover, dare I say it, than on the first day. But you could tell
jet lag,
that,
probably.
Yeah, probably jet lag. You could tell that they really enjoyed their time. And I believe we're going to be doing this again, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so I
Hopefully.
heard. So look forward to that.
Yeah, look forward to having some more first impressions coming up as well from some more community members that we're going to invite to play the game.
Because it's super important for us to like get the direct feedback. I mean, as we get from the social media, super important. But getting it face to face, yeah, it's a whole different thing.
Absolutely,
So-
especially from people that they really put their all into the game. I mean, like one of the things that they said about the game or talking to us in general was that we are probably one or a group of the few people that really know the game as much as they do, which I'd hope so, considering we made it. But them talking to the designers, they were saying that it was great to talk to people that knew the game as inside out as they did, because they've played Vermintide 1 for many hours, and
I think
really,
they're all like 1,000 plus at least.
quite easily, and they've they know the game inside out, and it's great to receive feedback from that kind of passionate player. It's going to help us no end when we're continuing development on it and stuff. So,
and it's also a great motivational boost just to see people being
Absolutely.
so happy about the game.
one quote was that what was it? It was that they would look at it as almost Vermintide 3 in terms of content and stuff that we'd added to the game. Like, they said that we'd gone above and beyond what they were expecting for a sequel. So that's like a great
I think
confidence.
we have done too.
I do as well. I think that's a great confidence boost for us as well. I know that everyone was really hyped about that, and it's made us all look forward to pushing this game out as soon as possible. I think it's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
I personally am incredibly excited for playing the game, because we started ramping up playtesting in the office now. Really, get some feedback from everyone in the office, getting the game tested, and damn, it's fun.
It's yeah. I'm in
enjoying
QA. I played the game. I don't know. Can't even fathom how many hours I have played.
No.
And it's still probably the best game I've played.
Okay, so maybe some slight bias on that.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
No,
it's
absolutely.
good.
Yeah, it's
Looking forward to it.
And like so many improvements on the second game. It's looking beautiful. I know JSAT talks about how the graphics in general have been improved since the first game, and it's just like, even though the first thing he did was set his graphics down to the lowest possible because he wants the best FPS and stuff. Everyone was looking at the game and saying, "Wow, yeah, this looks really nice."
Because it does.
Yeah, it does. It looks great. Okay, so
their
I think
YouTube
so.
channels are J_sat
yeah,
and Sneaky Panda, just
yeah.
straight up.
So check them out. I think they've also posted their impression videos on Reddit. So if you can't find their YouTube, go on to Vermintide Reddit, and you should be able to find it on there. And then one of the more eventful things from their visit was the Surströmming taste test. I know, who was it that was really fancying it?
I think it was again Pyromancer.
Again Pyromancer, right? Yeah, always up for tasting local cuisine and things. So
there we go.
here's some pictures of them tasting some fermented herring. Is it?
I think I had Baltic herring.
Yeah, some fermented fish. They loved it. Eric loved it.
No, I didn't eat it. I've eaten it in the past, and it will stay in the past. It's an acquired smell. I mean, taste.
Smell and taste. Yeah. I'm not sure if they go over their impressions with that. I think their videos are mainly focused on Vermintide 2, but yeah, it was pretty fun. Fun.
I was just running around the whole area trying to not be in downwind from the from the acquired smell.
Exactly.
But yeah, it was good times were had.
Right. So, I think we've pretty much covered everything from their visit. Like I said, if you want to learn more, then definitely check out their videos, because it gives a great rundown of their impressions and stuff. And yeah, they should hopefully, if you're not hyped for this game already, which obviously you are, right. You will be after hearing their thoughts on the game. So, next up, we have a little re-announcement of something that we did a post about quite recently. I think it was last week as well.
It was a devblog, wasn't it?
Yeah, devblog, about how we have Jesper Kyd back with us.
Oh yes.
Working on Vermintide 2, and we have released 3 of his songs that he has worked on for the game, and all of them are absolutely awesome. One of them is probably one of my favorite songs in the game, which is the entry into War Camp.
Yeah, that's a great
I love it.
one.
It's such a great song. And all of these 3 songs are available on the website if you fancy checking them out. And the YouTube channel. Yeah, of course. Also, I think we might be playing one after we're done here, just as a little teaser, whilst we switch over to Victor and Matt's.
To talk about Markus Kruber.
Exactly. So the 3 that we have released are Entering the War Camp, my personal favourite. Norska Chaos is another one, and Troll Fight. So
do give them a listen, because they're really good.
Definitely. We got there's a statement from him as well, where he talks about how he's sort of been really inspired by Norse mythology and things in the music for this game. He's even custom made some instruments.
That's just insane.
To add different sounds to the music, as well as like sticking to the sort of raw instrument sounds that you'll recognize from Vermintide 1. It very much feels like a follow-up soundtrack, I think. Like it feels like it's in the same setting and everything, but a lot more Norse and Chaos inspired, I think.
It's just super intense and real atmospheric. So yeah, it's on repeat. When I'm at the desk, so
it's a great soundtrack. I'm really looking forward to releasing the whole soundtrack, honestly, because it's great, and I really enjoy listening to them. So
yeah.
Okay, is there anything else that we should touch on then before we jump to the Markus Kruber reveal?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. Yeah. So as I said at the start of the stream, we're gonna start ramping these up a bit more. So hopefully we'll have more content to give you on Twitch, or if you're watching this on YouTube, on the recording of it, there'll be more. So come back in the future. We'll hopefully announce them a little bit more ahead of time, so you can have some build up, some hype, and also perhaps reveal what we're going to be discussing to see if it's something that you're really interested in. Which, of course, is Vermintide 2, so you're always going to be interested in it. But
naturally.
So
that's about it, right?
Yeah, I think so. So we will disappear now, and we will be replaced by Victor and Mats.
That's right.
And they're going to go through some Markus Kruber lore, as well as reveal the second and third, if you don't know what the second one is, career for him in the game, which you should be super hyped about.
So yeah, stay tuned for that, and also if you just hang back and listen to a bit of the soundtrack from Vermintide 2. And you guys will be joined by Mats and Victor in just a moment.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm Mats. I'm a game designer heading up the action team, so we do weapons, abilities, and enemies.
And
Pretty
I'm
much.
Victor, and I'm a game designer as well. I work with the world team, so I do mostly level design and stuff like that.
Yes. And we're here to talk a bit about our dear friend Kruber. Do we have? Should we start up with the first one?
Yes.
So the first Kruber career that we have for you is and I think this has been kind of hinted at on the Twitter, I think, but it's the Mercenary. So this is good old Kruber. He has continued his path as a mercenary, a work for hire, following Saltspire, and continuing down the path of kind of stepping away from his old military career, maintaining that sword for hire kind of thing, and started considering somewhat of a future as a mercenary leader, possibly, or at least just finding the right people to do work for, especially in these dark times. So you see him here with his magnificent beard and the new halberd, also facing off. Yeah, that's the tentacle guy. Chaos Spawn. He looks good in this picture.
Yeah, so he's the career that is sort of most specialized as being like the middle guy. Like in the team, he's the one in the middle, trying to hit as many people as he can, and just trying to do as much damage, and also like taking care of his friends.
He puts in the grunt work, so to speak. So if there's a horde, if there's multiple enemies, he's good at actually dealing with them, and being a kind of a solid foundation for the team as they go in, and just kind of do not a specialized damage dealer, but more of a like pace or chef or just the horde dealing with that, which is good. He's also kind of the most varied playstyle, I think. I mean, he has pretty much all of the weapons, I think. So you can actually like
you designed all the weapons.
I've done them all. I'm just thinking which we placed on which kind of career kind of thing.
Yeah, he's a very versatile sort of, not 100% melee focused, a little bit in between, but definitely a guy that likes to get in there and try to hit as many enemies as as he can, and like really hoard lots of enemies at one time. Try to focus.
Definitely. So we have some sheet notes here. What weapons does he prefer? Abilities. I mean, we're trying to focus his abilities on just that role of clearing out multiple enemies and also helping the team. I mean, Kruber is a friendly guy, and he's kind of the foundation of the soul of the team, of the heroes kind of thing. So a lot of his abilities are focused around actually helping others, as opposed to other careers. Move a bit closer.
Yes.
Is it better? It's good? Not in mustache?
No, not mustache.
Yes, very good. No, so he's gonna get... I mean, we are fiddling around with them a bit, but he basically has an activated ability that enables him to have like a panic button, where he uses his background as a sergeant to kind of reinforce the team, push back and stun the enemies, and make some space, while enabling you to get up, revive people, and have the team get a second chance kind of thing. So, I mean, as all abilities, we try to make them as varied as possible, so you can find your own kind of playstyle and own utility with them.
Yes, definitely.
So it can be used in horde situation, it can be used as a clutch thing, it can be used just to kind of get you in the right position, depending on kind of what opposition you're facing right now, be it a boss or a horde or some big nasty Skaven chaos thing.
Yeah, so it's a very versatile career for Kruber, I'd say.
Should we go to the next one?
What is it? This one I think is the known one, right?
I think so. It might be.
The
Knight. The Kniget, the Knight. So, in this version, Kruber has, after the adventures of Ibisreich, actually been knighted, and I mean, he's not a career-focused kind of guy. He's not seeking glory and honor, so he's kind of awkwardly knighted, which forced him to fix his mustache as well, as you're supposed to be
nice mustache,
clean, shaven as you're a knight. But he's donning that thing and being a defender of the Empire properly, and as a career, he's more focused on, I mean, plainly tanking.
Yeah.
He is resilient, he is up front, he is controlling, and he is taking the brunt of the enemy horde while enabling his teammates to kind of deal out the damage.
I'd say that this is my personal favorite class of Krubers because it really fits my playstyle. I'm a really aggressive player.
Yeah.
I just can't stay back. So being able to survive a little bit longer, and also his charge ability lets me just get into the action instantly. So this career really plays well into how I like to play games, which is really aggressive.
Yeah. Well, I think that's one of the strengths with the abilities, that it kind of enables different play styles, and it kind of it hints at, oh, shouldn't you be pressing this button just to charge straight into people instead?
Exactly.
Which is nice to see. Now, so as an activated ability, he has the charge, which is basically a rather quick way of getting you through or into the enemies.
Yeah.
So you can use that in multiple different ways, either to just clear a path, you can use it to get at a certain person, you can use it to stagger bosses, you can use it to line up people, or just kind of catch up to players who need it. Supporting that, he has a slew of other things that kind of helps him reduce damage to himself, can buff teammates and stuff. So he's, as with all Kruber's careers, he's lot of a team player kind of thing, which I think is kind of sweet about.
And a small note there, we have changed, or we have tweaked his charge since we released the first video. So you who thought that was a little bit off, hopefully you will be more pleased how it works.
Yeah, it should be more weighted. It's more of a tackling charge
more like not teleporting and more running into people.
Yeah, that's the downside of staying close to production and having stuff continually iterated on. And I mean, we're working on those and just continue to improve them to find that right kind of weight and impact and feeling for it.
And we're always out there looking at your the community's feedback, so just keep it coming.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. So weapons, I mean, for sure, shields and different combinations. He also has, as with a lot of our careers, the bigger part of the arsenal available to him. I mean, one of the points with the career system is to afford you the kind of option to mix and match. Okay, this career with this weapon loadout and these kind of abilities and talent trees. So we want you to be able to sport pretty much whatever you want. He is really good with the shield and the more tanky kind of controlly weapons. Yeah, I'd have to say. But
like our philosophy when it comes to weapons and the different careers is that I'd say like we want to give you as many options as we can. There are cases where we feel that it is too far away from like either the lore or far away from what we want to do with the career, that so we actually limit it, but as much as we can we try to stay away from it, right? Yeah, no, definitely. We need a reason to remove something rather than a reason to give something, I think. Exactly. Which is nice. It's mainly the lore that stands in the way, though. Yeah, it is. In most cases, I think, which is always funny working with Warhammer, because you're kind of limiting yourself. No, he would never do that. No, we want to give as many options to the players as possible, so if we can, we will. Cool. And should we move on to the last one? Dun 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 dun. It's the Huntsman. It's the Huntsman. So here is Kruber's career, where he has decided to become somewhat of a forest hobo, staying away from people and finding his inner kind of religious feel with. I've also heard that he started drinking pretty much quite heavily, indeed. So it's not the most positive Kruber, and it's not the most jolly career or fate for him. But he is a huntsman. He's staying out in the wilderness of the Empire, minding his own business, killing things that he thinks still killing things. Yes, very much so. But as a gameplay variant, he's more of a ranged focus character than the other two. Yeah. So he has a lot of stuff that helps him facilitate ranged combat, and he has the full arsenal available to him. Yeah. To basically be anything from a heavy hitter sniper kind of
playstyle to more of a support with the repeating or blunderbuss weapons that we have.
And this is also the only career for Kruber that can use a bow, right?
Yeah. That's a new weapon for him, the Empire Longbow, which is opposed to like Carillian's bows. Kruber goes for more of a power over finesse style for bows. So you don't really need to headshot, and he's not really into that thing. He's more of a huge ass bow that delivers a massive punch, kind of thing, which is kind of it's a nice variation to the pace of bow play in the game, I think. So talking about activated abilities, he is focused on supporting his ranged aspect, basically increasing his damage output, taking down specific targets, and we're trying to make it stay within that field where it has multiple utilities, ensuring that you have ammo, retaining ammo, making sure that you can actually get away from hairy situations and just lay down your I hide in a shrubbery and lay down the fire kind of thing. We're fiddling around with it a lot, and we will be able to show you soon.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Otherwise, weapons, he prefer ranged weapons, of course, and a bit more mobile, because you're not going to want this guy in the front lines. He's still got the arsenal available to him, so he can handle himself. But I think a lot of people will use some of the polearms and some of the one-handers just for that added mobility to be able to line up the shots.
I think that's cool with Kruber because he has one career that is super in the front line, one who's really shines in the middle, and one that likes to stay in the back. So you can really find whatever playstyle fits yours. That's just really cool.
Well, I mean, he has a range of, as all the characters in Vermintide do, a range of different playstyles that he enables or different feelings. I mean, Kruber has always been that reliable center figure of the team. He's not off running away looking for loot. He's not the specialist, headshotty, twitchy kind of guy. He is that reliable center, and there's variations on that as well. Anything else?
I think it's pretty fantastic that we have also we're changing his beard depending on his career, which I really like. And I also like him getting a full, really nice beard.
Yeah.
Even though he had a really cool sideburns in the last game, but this is...
It was kind of uncanny just seeing him without the beard for the first time. Working on it, it was kind of a, oh my god, Kruber he's kind of a shad. Yeah. It's like...
I imagine it's the feeling my children will get the first time I shave my beard.
We need to get this production over so I can shave this as well. It's the slutspelsskägg.
Yes.
I don't know what that translates to in English.
I know, it's a hockey term.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Definitely. Should we do questions or... We haven't been following up on chat at all because... we end up talking too much. That happens a lot. The Shad State Trooper. Yep. Pretty much beta date.
It says here, remind people to sign up to the beta on vermintide.com. So
yes, you should
go sign up to the beta on vermintide.com. It's coming.
It is coming.
Yes, sometime.
we have no idea when.
No.
What sort of melee weapons with the Huntsman use? Pretty much all of them, I think. It's more of a way of you figuring out the playstyle you kind of want, and
so that's how we try to do it with all of the careers. We try not to limit you, so we don't want to. We don't want to tell the player that you can't be a ranged guy with a shield. It's just you won't be the most effective guy with a shield, maybe. So perhaps that's not the best idea. But if you could find a way to get that to work, we will be more than happy if that is the case. So, we try not to limit the availability of different options for players as much as we can. We want to enable options. Primarily, like we want people to experiment and do different things and like find different ideas that we haven't thought of actually. So,
definitely. Will there be a practice target range in your keep?
Will there?
I don't know. You're kind of heading up that level design thing.
I feel pretty comfortable about saying yes.
Yes. Well,
it's not the only reason why I'm not 100% comfortable saying yes is that it's not 100% done yet, but we are working on it.
Yes, we are building targets and stuff.
Yeah, it will be, and it also that it will be a really nice tool to have since we have changed how loot works. It's a lot more about like trying to put on this weapon, put on this trinket or ring or something like that, and then see what happens. So it's really good.
That is cool. The different abilities. So let's do a quick run through. Mercenary is the first one, and that has an activated ability that is, I don't think we've named it officially.
No, I don't think so.
But it is an old...
we just came up with it.
Yeah, get on your feet kind of thing. It's basically Kruber using his authority as a sergeant and reinforcing the team while creating a what's it called? A stun and a bit of
some breathing space.
Some breathing space for the team. So it's basically a panic button that you can press if things gets too clutchy for you. Yeah. It's a thing that you can use to create some space to revive someone. It's something that you can use just to...
And it's also very team-oriented.
Yeah, as such. Foot Knight Kruber has the charge ability, which is a movement ability that will knock back any enemy along his path. So it can be used to clear space, can be used to get at a certain position or a certain teammate if you need to, or be used to stagger bosses or whatever. Like it's one of the greatest things with it.
It has a lot of versatility.
Yeah, just staggering the chaos spawn as he's eating on someone to make him let him go, which is kind of cool. And then we have the Huntsman, which has a ranged focus ability that we're fiddling with, that helps him have ammo, shoot his ranged weapons with great proficiency, and provide some stealth and breathing room for himself rather than for the team.
Yeah,
as it looks now.
He's become a lonely huntsman and become drunk and doesn't really care about anybody else.
Yeah. Hide in the shrubbery.
That type of thing.
Well, then
bye guys. We'll see you in a couple of weeks or in a week or so, right?
Or later. Cool. Thanks.
Awesome.